part 2 might be happening. Another police checkpoint. Good thing we had the tourist cards and the car permit this time. They on the lookout for us. This isn't even one of the bad ones, but that's what the roads are looking like down here in Mexico. That was actually a pretty clean one. See? So this is what I'm talking about. You could be driving and all of a sudden that is across 2 lanes. And there's barely enough for one car to get through. Welcome to Mexico. I don't know where we are, but this is where we're gonna cruise tonight. This looks insane. Well, kids, sometimes you gotta trust your gut, because we turned down a road we never even heard of, didn't know nothing about, and we found the weather. Check this out. That was not on my radar. I don't even know what that is, but check it out. Little freaking turtle in Sonora, Mexico, right after the rain. I'm definitely gonna take pictures of this guy. That is sick. I was not expecting that. Well, I don't think that guy's gonna come out. That's about the best look we're gonna get. I don't know what it is. I'll label it when I find out, when I get home and do my homework. But anyways, cool little turtle we found crossing the road in Sonora, Mexico. And cool way to start the day. First herp of the day, and the new one, a lifer. Can't beat that. I wish he would come out so we could take some pictures of him, but shy, and I understand that's their defense mechanism, so that's it's all good. But cool. First herp of the day. First herp of part 2. Let's get it. First snake on the new road, baby. That's exactly what we wanted. A Mexican West Coast boa. Look at that freaking animal. That thing is huge. That is exactly what we wanted, baby. Hell yes.
Yes, dude.
Hell yes.
Let's see if he bites.
Hold on. Look at this animal, baby. Ronnie's gonna test out if boas bite or not. There's Ronnie and the boa. Lifer right there, dog. Yeah. Hell yeah, we're taking pictures of this guy. We're on a kind of dangerous curve though, so it's actually pretty chill, huh?
Dude, that's red.
Hell yes, Ronnie. That's how we do, dog. Boa number 2. Look at that. That is a beautiful animal. It's a smaller one. That is sick. Woo, Boa Sigma number 2. Look at that. My God, that is a gorgeous little animal. That is so sick. So sick.
Don't bite me, little brother.
There's Ronnie with it. Boa number 2. Snake number 2 on the night.
Dude, it's
beautiful.
Jeez,
beautiful. Dude. Hell yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's such a rad one. Dude.
Yes. Here we go, snake 3. We couldn't find it because it's so tiny, but little Mexican lyre snake. Freshy. Super tiny, maybe like 6 inches, I'd say. Cool one though, nice and dark pattern. Super cool. We couldn't find it for a second. We saw it, ran to go get it, and then just couldn't find it because it was so tiny, blended in with the road. Sick. Mexican lyre snake. Nice dark one, actually. That is a lifer for me right there, baby. Saddled leaf nose. Was not expecting that. That wasn't even on my radar. That thing is sick. It's been a long time since we've seen a snake, but that thing's thick too, huh?
It's a little thicky.
That thing is cool. I definitely gonna have to take pictures of that because that's a lifer, another lifer. Let's see what you got. Let me see that guy, Ronnie. I'll use your light. Oh, your light's too bright. Look at that. There we go. Look at that little saddled leaf nose lifer. Have you seen one before?
Not here in Mex, no.
That's cool. Look at that. Sonora, Mexico, baby. Getting the lifers down. Hell yeah. We'll take pictures of this guy and I'll show you guys some more later. That's pretty cool. Here's one last look at this cool little spotted leaf nose, my lifer. Super pumped on this animal. Just try to take a couple pictures, really hard, but anyways, I'm gonna get this guy across the road, right where it was heading. Beautiful spotted leaf nose. Hell yeah. stoked. There it goes. That's badass. Well, it's been a long time, but we got a slightly larger Mexican lyre snake. 5th snake on the night. We just saw a hit beaded. It was hit by the only freaking car on the road aside from us, which is a bummer.
It's actually pretty.
It is pretty. Look at that. That's cool. We're gonna hang on to this guy and take pictures. Check him out if he stops moving. But yeah, that's cool. Snake 5 on the night. Not super fast, but we got some targets and some cool stuff. It's only our 4th one ever of these, so we'll take pictures of it just because. And yeah, keep cruising. Mexican lyre snake. Check his head. All right, we're going crazy. Check out this beautiful Mexican West Coast boa constrictor we found over here in Sonora, Mexico. Beautiful, beautiful animal. We just took some pictures and we're gonna release it. It's early in the morning after we found it, so we're gonna get it out there before it gets hot. And yeah, super stoked. Lifer right here, beautiful animal. Feels like we're in another world. Check that out. But anyways, we're done with pictures, so we're gonna put this thing right over here, let it crawl off. Here's boa number 2. A little bit smaller, only like a 2.5 foot boa, but beautiful. Feels like you're in another world when you see these animals. Doesn't want to look at me. Check that out. How beautiful is that right there? Man, it don't get better than that. Look at the nice pinks on the face. Sheesh. What a sight, what a sight. We'll release this girl and keep going, keep hitting it. Check out this little Mexican lyre snake. These things are so, ow! These things are so cool. They like to bite though. Yeah, thanks dude. But anyways, we'll let this guy go. We didn't even take pictures. I'm getting kind of tired of that. Just getting bit over and over again, so yeah, we'll let him go. So you guys can see Mexican lyre on the left, Sonoran possible integrate on the right. We're not sure, but you can see the big difference with Ronnie holding these. That's the only reason we wanted to hold on to these snakes, is because they looked different. The one on the right looked like a Sonoran, but not quite, and the one on the left is a pure Mexican lyre snake. So we're gonna let these guys go and continue about our day. All right, so it is about 9 a.m., 9:30. Getting a little bit of a late start, but we're hiking around this habitat, hoping to find willardi, but we don't seem to be too good at it. So hopefully we can come up with a snake hiking and see what's out here. Beautiful habitat, beautiful day. Wish there was some clouds, but you get what you get. Let's get. All right, there you go. You're hearing it. Let's see if we can get a little video. I just got buzzed by that guy. Another clob here in Sonora. Not what we're looking for, but a montane rattlesnake, so that's cool. Hell yeah. I just flipped it, regal ringneck. Gotta grab it. Look at that. Oh, my fingers are in the way, hold on. Look at that, baby. Regal ringneck. First one in Sonora, just flipped that sucker. Hell yeah. It's only my 2nd one ever. That's got me hopeful, because that means snakes can be under rocks right now, and this guy's nice and cold. Sick. It's under there. I'm waiting for Ronnie to bring the tweezers, but there is our first willardi. You can hear it buzzing. I just flipped this rock and it buzzed me, and then I saw it come out. It is under there. Willardi, baby. Yes. It's a big one.
Yeah?
Yeah, nice one. You ready?
Where was he at?
I flipped this rock and he was under that one and he came out. Hear him?
Yeah.
Right there. Look how big it is. Yeah, boy.
That's a gravid female.
It is. Look at it. Hang on, let me get a video. Dude, that thing is smoking. That is gravid, huh?
Yeah.
Or it has a fat meal.
I think it's gravid.
Dude, we did it, Ronnie. That was one of our main targets. Look at that. Beautiful ridge-nosed rattlesnake right there. I'm not gonna mess with it too much because it does look gravid. It looks thick all the way through. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
But we definitely have to take pictures of this guy.
I need to get a wide angle zoom.
All right, so we just are doing a little photo shoot with that beautiful Chihuahuan ridge-nosed rattlesnake. That thing is gorgeous. Look at that, how it just, I mean, look at that, how it blends in the leaves so well. It matches perfect. Look at that. That is pretty badass. But anyways, we're guessing this is a gravid girl, so we're gonna finish up our pictures and take her back. There's a nice look at that beautiful animal. One of our main targets, definitely the highest rattlesnake target we had. Probably the coolest rattlesnake in the area. So super stoked on that. Chihuahuan ridge-nosed rattlesnake. Pumped. Let's keep stacking them up, baby. Yeah. All right, here we go. Sun's going down. We're gonna start cruising. Didn't have the craziest day, but we got a target, so that's all that counts. One clobber eye, one regal ringneck, and a willard eye, which is what we were looking for. So now we're gonna cruise and hopefully get a couple more. Let's get it. First snake of the night, black neck garter, first one of the trip. Pretty cool. But anyways, we're gonna keep moving because that's not what we're trying to see, but snake on the road. This guy just came on. So there it is. Let me see if I can get this side, get a little better view of him. There he is, little black neck garter. Cool. Anyways, we'll get this guy across the road, keep cruising. First snake of the night. There we go, baby. Coral snake. Hell yes. That is badass. I was not expecting that. We thought it was a milk snake, but that is sick. That is a lifer right there. Beautiful coral snake. Look at that. I'm so pumped right now. We're definitely gonna take pictures of that because that's a lifer. Good size one too. Man, look at that animal. Hell yes. Look at that. Mexican West Coast coral snake. Beautiful animal and an amazing lifer. Just took a couple pictures. Not the greatest pose, but the fact that it's sitting still is really cool. I love those little dots that are supposed to be bands. Really cool. But we're gonna help this guy across the road and keep cruising. That's only the second snake of the night, but it's a good one. Lifers are always good ones. Super stoked on that. Mexican West Coast coral snake or something like that. Some combination of those words. Sick. All right, snake number 3 on the night snake. This one doesn't have that little nuchal collar thing, but it's another snake. Hopefully stuff keeps moving. Hopefully we see some targets and some lifers. We will move this guy across the road and keep cruising. Snake 3, night snake. There we go, baby. Main target. Lampropeltis polyzona, the West Mexican milk snake. I will get better footage in a second. This is freaking out, but that is what we, ow, just bit the shit out of me. That is what we wanted right there. Oh my God, what an animal. Seeing that stretched out right now, you have no idea how good that felt. That is exactly what we wanted. Beautiful. Main target of the whole trip right there. I'll get better footage later when it calms down, but yes, boy. That's a huge night snake.
What the?
Look at how big that night snake is.
What the
Here's
hell?
my hand.
That's
So you can see it.
night snake, dude. I thought it
That's
was like,
so big. We thought it was a green rat. It's so big. That thing's huge. I don't even know what snake number that is now. Not a lot. Maybe 5.
dude, I think
That's the biggest night snake I've ever seen in my life. Here's my size 12.5 boot. Dang.
That's huge, dude.
We're gonna, semi's coming, we're gonna get out of the road. How is that for a snake? Lifer Lampropeltis polyzona, formerly known as the Sinaloan milk snake. I believe now the West Mexican milk snake. That is a freaking banger right there. That was the main target for the trip. You know us, we want the king snakes, milk snakes, all that. Sorry for the bugs everywhere. They're just everywhere here, but man, we just tried to take some pictures. These are definitely the craziest lamps ever. This fool barely just stopped biting us, and it's been a minute. It's been the longest I've taken for pictures of any animal, and you guys know I don't do that, so. But this one's special. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up, take some more phone shots, maybe try to get some pictures of us holding the animal in habitat, and then prepare to put it back where we found it. That is freaking gorgeous. Hell yes. We're almost back through, and that's a wrap on this one. Until next time.